Imagine facing jail time for simply writing code. That's the reality developers building decentralized applications, or dApps, can potentially face if they're not careful. Today we delve into an important discussion from the recent 2024 Bitcoin Policy Summit. Coin Center's research director Peter Van Valkenburg shared his insights on the matter, emphasizing how crucial it is for developers to ensure the backing smart contracts of their dApps are unchangeable. This, he believes, significantly reduces their liability for scams occurring on the platforms they develop. Van Valkenburg expressed, "From a regulatory standpoint, this is actually really important." His advice to Bitcoin developers looking to build dApps on blockchain's Layer 2 networks is straightforward: enforce immutability into these smart contracts from the very beginning. On the flip side, those who allow smart contracts to be turned on and off by a multi-signature mechanism or a governance vote are treading on thin ice. They are much more likely to be found liable if illegal activity occurs on their platform. Van Valkenburg also warned against the decision not to open source the smart contracts, stating, "In that world, you have very hard questions of whether everybody who's participating liable for the activities of that smart contract. I don't see those questions having good regulatory outcomes." For Bitcoin developers, the Ethereum ecosystem presents an interesting model for avoiding regulatory choke points, by virtue of building something that isn't controlled by any human discretion. Van Valkenburg pointed to the recently dismissed Uniswap lawsuit as an example. The court ruled that an individual who drafts computer code should not be liable for a third party's misuse of that platform. However, it's not all clear sailing. The indictment of Tornado Cash's founding developers shows that even with immutability-enforced contracts, developers aren't entirely shielded from prosecution. Alexei Pertsev, the CryptoMixers developer, spent 8 months behind bars in the Netherlands on suspicion of being involved in using the protocol for money laundering. Co-developer Roman Storm, meanwhile, has pleaded not guilty to United States charges of conspiring to operate a money transmitter or facilitate money laundering and sanctions evasion. The protocol's other co-founder, Roman Semenov, remains at large. Van Valkenburg believes there will be more clarity in the US when Storm's case is finalized. As we await the outcome, developers must heed these warnings and incorporate immutability into their dApps from the outset. Because in this rapidly evolving world of blockchain and dApps, the line between innovation and liability can be razor thin.